In the beginning there was light and angels, beings of pure brilliance, whose voices could shake the heavens and whose presence radiated the very essence of the divine. Among them walked one whose courage and conviction would echo through eternity, an angel named Abdiel. Long before the stars were fixed in the sky, before the foundations of heaven were fully set, whispers of pride and rebellion stirred in the heart of the most exalted angel, Lucifer, the morning star. His brilliance outshone all others, his wisdom unmatched, yet within him grew a hunger, a yearning to ascend beyond his station, to challenge the Creator himself. And as his shadow stretched across the heavens, one angel stood apart, watching, listening, and refusing to yield. Abdiel's story is not told in most scriptures. His name is lost in the grand tales of rebellion, buried beneath the might of Lucifer's rise and the thunder of the war to come. Yet his courage was monumental. He dared to speak truth in a hall filled with deceit, to remain loyal when every other angel wavered. He is the forgotten voice of obedience, the lone figure who tried to save a soul destined for ruin. Tonight, we peel back the veil of eternity to uncover the tale of Abdiel, the angel who confronted pride itself, who stood for loyalty when all else fell into chaos. We will walk the golden halls of heaven, hear the whispers of rebellion, and witness the clash that reshaped the cosmos. Before we step into the war that shook heaven, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Join our journey into the hidden stories of angels, demons, and the mysteries that the ages have tried to hide, because some stories are meant to be remembered. Before the war, before the clash of swords and the thunder of falling angels, there was a harmony in heaven unlike any other. Light shimmered like liquid gold, voices wove together in perfect symphony, and the very air vibrated with the will of the Creator. Every angel had a place, a purpose, and for countless eons, order reigned supreme. But even in the brightest light, shadows can take root. Lucifer, the morning star, shone brighter than all others. His beauty was unmatched, his intellect dazzling, and his voice, oh, his voice, could inspire awe in the heart of any being. Angels revered him, looked to him, and often followed where he led. And yet, beneath that brilliance, a storm brewed, a pride so potent it could not be ignored. Lucifer questioned the limits set upon him, pondering why he, a being of such brilliance, should bow to the Creator. Why serve when I am worthy of more? The whispers say he asked in secret corridors of heaven. And as these thoughts festered, he began to gather others. Angels swayed not by malice but by curiosity, by the subtle seduction of ambition. It was during this time of subtle unrest that Abdiel emerged. Unlike those dazzled by Lucifer's brilliance, Abdiel saw the seeds of pride for what they were. A dangerous rebellion that could shatter the harmony of heaven itself. Where others whispered or hesitated, Abdiel stood firm. He did not seek glory, nor did he crave power. His devotion was singular, absolute loyalty to the Creator, and a belief that no light, however radiant, should eclipse the divine. This was the stage upon which the greatest story of courage and defiance would unfold. One angel would dare to confront the brightest among them, to stand against the tide of rebellion, even when it meant standing alone. The seeds of Lucifer's rebellion had been sown, and Abdiel would be the first to challenge them. The halls of heaven, once echoing only with harmony, now trembled with whispers of doubt. Angels murmured, questioning the chains of obedience, caught between awe for Lucifer's brilliance and loyalty to the Creator. One by one, even the most steadfast faltered. But amidst the swelling tide of rebellion, one voice refused to be silenced. Abdiel. He walked among the angels, radiant yet humble, his gaze unwavering. When Lucifer spoke of freedom, of power, of the possibility of standing above all others, Abdiel did not flinch. He did not falter. Where many angels were captivated by promises of grandeur, Abdiel saw only peril, a corruption that could unmake everything he loved. You speak of freedom, Abdiel's voice rang through the golden halls, clear and unwavering. But your words are chains in disguise. You would turn heaven itself into a battlefield for your pride. and I will not follow you into darkness." Lucifer, radiant and furious, turned to face him. The morning star's gaze could pierce the soul, yet Abdiel stood firm, unwavering in loyalty. Other angels hesitated, unsure whether to follow Abdiel's courage or the seductive pull of Lucifer's brilliance. And that hesitation changed everything. Abdiel's defiance was more than words. It was a challenge, a spark of light against the encroaching shadow. His refusal to join the rebellion inspired some angels to question their own allegiance. But it also marked him as a target, a lone figure standing against the tide that would soon sweep across the heavens. In that moment, the stage was set for a war unlike any the cosmos had ever seen. Abdiel had chosen loyalty over power, obedience over pride, and in doing so, he became the first angel to defy the morning star. His defiance would echo through eternity, a reminder that even in the face of brilliance and seduction, courage and faith could stand alone. The seeds of rebellion were no longer hidden. They had sprouted, and Abdiel would be the first to confront them. The harmony of heaven shattered like glass. What had begun as whispers and doubts became a roar, a tempest of anger, pride, and defiance. Lucifer, the morning star, now fully consumed by ambition, rallied those who followed him, and the golden halls of heaven became a battlefield of light and shadow. Swords of fire clashed, wings of angels beat against the storm of chaos, and the very foundations of the cosmos trembled. Lightning of divine energy streaked across the celestial skies, illuminating faces twisted by fear, determination, and defiance. Amidst this chaos, Abdiel moved with unwavering purpose. He did not seek victory for glory, nor did he crave the thrill of battle. He fought for loyalty, for the Creator, and for the hope that even the brightest star could be guided away from darkness, though he knew it might be too late. Abdiel's presence was a beacon. Angels who wavered hesitated when they saw him, and some turned from the path of rebellion. His courage was contagious, a reminder that the war was not just about power, but about choice, faith, and the very soul of heaven itself. Yet Lucifer, radiant and wrathful, struck with fury unmatched. He confronted Abdiel in the heart of the storm, his voice rolling like thunder. "You would defy me? You who walk in my shadow. Come and join me, for we are destined for greatness beyond the Creator's reach." Abdiel's eyes met Lucifer's, unwavering, filled with both sorrow and resolve. "Greatness at the cost of all that is good is no greatness at all," he said. "I will not follow pride into ruin. I will stand for what is right, even if I stand alone." The battle raged for eons, angels falling on both sides, the heavens trembling under the weight of rebellion. In the end, the war's outcome was inevitable. The loyal angels, guided by the courage of Abdiel, prevailed, and Lucifer and his followers were cast down, expelled from the light of heaven into the shadowed abyss. Abdiel had stood against impossible odds, his loyalty unbroken. Yet even in victory, there was sorrow. The morning star, whom he had once sought to guide back from darkness, was now lost forever, a fallen angel whose brilliance would become a warning across the ages. The war was over, the heavens were scarred, but the light endured, and Abdiel's courage would never be forgotten. The echoes of battle faded, leaving a heaven both victorious and scarred. Smoke of celestial fire drifted through the golden halls, and the silence that followed was heavier than any sound. Angels tended to the wounded, repaired the shattered light, and whispered prayers of gratitude for survival. Amid this quiet, Abdiel walked alone, his wings heavy with the weight of what had been witnessed. Lucifer, the morning star, now a shadow of his former brilliance, had been cast from the light of heaven. His pride and rebellion had condemned him to the abyss, a realm of darkness where his radiance could no longer reach. Yet for Abdiel, the victory was bittersweet. He had stood firm, fought with courage unmatched, and upheld the laws of the divine. But the angel he had hoped to save, the one he had believed might return to the light, was lost forever. Abdiel's return to the heavenly host was met with reverence. Not for power, not for glory, but for loyalty. His example became a symbol of unwavering faith, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming brilliance and seductive pride, one could stand alone and yet be enough to turn the tide. He had tried to guide Lucifer back, to speak reason to a mind consumed by ambition, but even angels have their limits. Some spirits are too bright, too brilliant, to bend without breaking. And so Lucifer's fall became eternal. The morning star, once the brightest of angels, became the ruler of a shadowed dominion, a warning and a legend for all of eternity. His voice, once beautiful and inspiring, now whispered only in darkness, carrying the memory of what had been and what could never be again. Abdiel remained in heaven, not as a hero seeking praise, but as a sentinel of loyalty. He had witnessed the heights of ambition and the depths of pride, and he had chosen the path of fidelity. His story, largely forgotten in the echoes of scripture and myth, reminds us that courage is not always the clash of swords, but the quiet act of standing for what is right, even when every other voice has fallen silent. The war had ended, the light endured, and Abdiel became a guardian of the eternal truth. Long after the war had ended, long after the echoes of swords and cries of fallen angels faded into memory, the story of Abdiel endured, though in whispers, often overlooked, yet never forgotten by those who sought truth in courage and loyalty. He was not the brightest, nor the most celebrated. He was not the morning star who dazzled all with brilliance. But in a realm of light and shadows, Abdiel shone in a different way, as a beacon of unwavering faith. His legacy was not written in grand monuments or carved into the halls of heaven. It was written in the choices of angels, in the courage to resist temptation, in the quiet strength to stand alone when all others faltered. He became a symbol, a living reminder that true greatness is measured not by power or beauty, but by loyalty, devotion, and the courage to uphold what is right. Generations of angels would remember him as the one who confronted Lucifer, not with ambition or wrath, but with truth. He tried to save the morning star from the darkness of pride, and in failing, he taught a lesson far greater than victory. Even the brightest soul can fall, and even the smallest act of courage can change the course of eternity. Abdiel's story is a reflection of the eternal struggle between obedience and rebellion, between light and shadow. It whispers to us across time, reminding us that the path of loyalty is not always easy, that standing for what is right can be lonely, yet it is also the path that preserves the balance of all things. And so, Abdiel's name, though forgotten by many, remains immortal. He is the angel who stood when others faltered, the voice that spoke truth to brilliance, the lone guardian of loyalty in the face of cosmic upheaval. His courage endures, a silent, shining testament to the power of fidelity and the enduring light of the Creator's will. And so, the story of Abdiel comes to a close, yet its echoes linger across eternity. A single angel, standing alone against the brilliance of the morning star, a lone voice of loyalty in a choir of rebellion. He faced pride incarnate, spoke truth in the halls of heaven, and bore witness to the fall of one of the most radiant beings ever created. Abdiel reminds us that courage is not always loud, that heroism is not always celebrated. Sometimes, it is the quiet act of standing for what is right, even when all others have turned away, that shapes the destiny of worlds. He did not conquer, he did not command armies. He simply remained faithful, and in that faithfulness, he changed the course of eternity. Lucifer fell, cast into darkness, the brilliance of his rebellion extinguished in the shadows he had chosen. But Abdiel remained, a guardian of light, a symbol of loyalty, a testament to the power of unwavering devotion. His story, largely forgotten by time, whispers to us still. Even when the brightest fall, even when chaos reigns, there is always a force that stands for order, truth, and the light of the Creator. So remember Abdiel. Remember the angel who dared to defy brilliance for the sake of righteousness. And as you look to the heavens tonight, imagine the silent watch of those who stand unshaken, the quiet courage that preserves the balance of the cosmos, the voices that speak truth when all else falls silent. This is the forgotten tale of Abdiel, the angel who tried to save Lucifer, and in doing so, became a legend of loyalty that will never fade.